Okay. Hello, minasan. Uh, this is broken English and Japanese Kimi. Okay, and this is our what do you call this again? Yes, this is our video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, basically we need to talk about the questions. But let's be honest, we're throwing the questions out the window.
Yeah. Okay. So you know what? Let's fast game this and talk about other stuff.
Yeah.
Let's
Like how
go.
we
First
love
question.
students.
First question. Preconceptions about the counterparts. Let's go. So guys, what is our preconceptions we had before this? Yes, Kimmy. So what about you, man? What about your preconceptions? What do you have?
Haha. So for my preconceptions, right? Right. I thought that the Japanese side were in especially for things like um how do I say for things like cleanliness, right? Well, cause on our end, my misconception was that Japan is very clean, right? And it's like always clean. And then through the talks, right? With the many Japanese students, especially when they talked about their festivals, usually you'd see a bunch of mess, like mess everywhere, which is very eye-opening for me. Cause I thought that what the Japanese would be basically clean their mess immediately after, right? Like that's also what I've always seen in things like anime and like just Japanese media in general. It was a big culture shock in a sense. Yeah, when we learned that festivals can be quite messy. Pretty much, yeah. That was one of like my biggest misconceptions, and also, my money fly if I were to go to Japan, right? Food here in Singapore, when it comes to Japanese food, very expensive. Look at sushi, for example, can be very expensive. Like, and then when you go to Japan, it's very cheap. So yeah, that's also what fueled my misconception on why I thought that Japanese was like clean all the way and also very expensive to go to and live in. Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
Kimi, sabo the next person. Sabo the next person.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kimi.
Sabo time.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go with the person that suggested it. Don.
Okay, now.
No.
So basically I thought based on anime also, right, I thought they will be more open about their social media and stuff, like how they will easily share their like line or Twitter or whatever, and that they will be very active on that. But I got a culture shock also when I found out that most of them don't even have Instagram. And sharing line is actually not a common thing unless like they are of the same gender or whatever.
Great.
Okay, so next person to Sabo. John, show off your bubble.
Yes. No, my bubble tea. Yes. My misconceptions. Let me think about this real quick. Yeah, boy. So like normally I thought Japanese would be like way more reserved. Like they'll be like super quiet unless you start any form of interaction with them. They're more like chill. Like they're just down there. But like after talking with them, all that, right, it feels like they're actually quite open with conversations. Like they can actually like be pretty active in talks and have a lot of things to talk about. So yeah, that's like I really expect that because I expected them to be like on the quieter side, more introverted. Let's move on. After 3 months together, do you think that your preconceptions are valid?
No.
Actually, we basically talked about the same thing too, right?
At this point in time.
Kill two birds with one stone.
Okay.
Yeah, basically that's what we're doing.
Yeah, what do you learn about your counterparts' culture? What did we learn, guys? What is the thing that hit us hard? What did we learn a lot?
I don't know, man, because I feel like the way we interact with each other is quite like similar. I think
Yeah. Japanese school bands are very loud.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very
Uh,
loud. Oh, I think it's like the places that they mentioned to visit in, like, if we ever go to Kanazawa. I think that's like cool though. Like they are more on the countryside, but then in Singapore we're more modernized. So it's
Ah.
like interesting to look at lah and to discuss with them basically. Wow, I so serious. Yeah. I was like quiet.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
oh.
like what Adibas said, that when they talk about their sightseeing, right, the sightseeing spots, they mostly talk about historical sites. So that's what really shocked, because in Singapore we don't really like care much about our historical sites. So yeah.
Meme.
Wait, guys, let's make our own question. No, our main
Yeah, man.
one question
Yeah,
we
we'll
can
make
have
up a
is
question,
what's the
yeah.
best memory you guys have during this whole like
Oh my god.
oh no.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh my-
Mine is hands down, right. When we played the games, when we played the games together with Taichi, Mao, Taichi, Mao, Shoki, and everyone else, right? We played together. Then remember we had the name game, right?
Oh
And then,
yeah.
like,
That one
and
I
then-
think it's only because of you. You are the only one who cannot remember their names.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was like one of the most memorable things, cause like everyone else like got their names already, and then there's me still like struggling with names because I'm very bad with
Like when I suddenly come into the call with a broken arm, like after 2
Oh my
weeks.
god, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
that's
I remember that.
What
yeah,
the heck
yeah.
happened?
in that
yeah.
span of 2
I
weeks.
was there like, hey, what's up? I got a broken arm.
Yeah, I liked when like it was Taichi, right? That asked you
Yes.
like how are you doing? Like after seeing your broken arm, it's like,
Oh, no,
are
it
you
was
okay?
Shoki, it was Shoki.
Oh, it was Shoki also.
I
Oh,
yeah.
Taichi wasn't
So it's
there
like-
at that point.
oh,
Yeah,
then
Taichi was sick, bro.
Oh my god, for my one, right, was like, oh my god, that time when we were like showing each other's like the attractions. And then we were like saying, oh, this is my house, this is my place.
That one,
Everything?
my castle.
Yeah, my
Singapore history, we got to talk about that also with them. While we talking about my house, my castle, we managed to bridge our topics, then which helped make it like even more fun, lah, right?
Yeah.
Then another one of my, I think this one is memorable to y'all also. Is it?
I don't know,
Like
it's-
it was the last meeting, right, where we before this video where you get to see, right, which is like the finale, right? It was the last meeting, like as just a group itself, right, and then having the time to talk with the different students, right? It was, we were confused whether it was the last or not, but it's either way, right? It was a good thing that we managed to say our thoughts to them on that session. Each and every one of us said our thanks, and then like how they mean to us, right, after having been bonding with them for about the past 3 months. Yeah, it was one of the more memorable experiences.
Alright, that's a wrap. That's a wrap.
We are Mouse Group. Let us introduce our introduction, okay?
I'm Yeika.
I'm Konatsu.
I'm Mao. I'm Katami.
I'm Shok. And I'm Taich.
So, what shocked you the most when speaking to your friends from Singapore?
The thing that probably shocked us the most was that there is anime culture in Singapore. Many people love anime in Japan, but we don't know that so many people also love it in Singapore. You have character related toys and clothes and shops. We really didn't know that Japanese anime had such a big influence in Singapore. It makes us so happy that we have something in common and that we get to discuss it with you. Bye!
So, what did you learn about Singapore's culture?
Hi, how you doing, guys? Okay. We are doing really well. I miss you guys because we haven't seen you in a long time. I want to see you again. Oh, before the meetings, we didn't know much about Singapore. Sorry, but throughout the meetings, we learned there is a lot of beautiful culture and delicious food. In Japan, most people believe in Shinto and Buddhism. However, we learned that in Singapore, there are a lot of religions. We also learned that Singapore is a multi-ethnic country and that they are able to respect each culture. There are a lot of countries where people fight each other because of fight religions, beliefs, but in Singapore it isn't like that. For example, in our meeting, Adiba and Dom told us they are Muslims, but some other team members aren't. However, I found out that all of their team members are really good friends. Even so, their religions are different. The world should aim to do things Singapore style.
Did you have any culture shock?
There are two main things that shocked us about Singapore and Singaporean culture. The first was that you don't have winter clothes or carrier. For those that don't know, if you take a carrier, carrier out in the back and shake it, it will heat up. It helps us warm our bodies and it's super popular in Japan. However, in Singapore it's hot year round, so they don't need it. We really did that when we saw you warm, wearing t-shirts in our evening.
In Japan, we have hard distant seasons, so we have to change our clothes and lifestyle accordingly. The second was that Japanese products are really well known in Singapore. For example, the movie Kimi no Me ga Toikaketeru is new, but not popular in Japan. However, Marika knew about it. We were so surprised to hear that. Thank you.
We hope you enjoy this presentation.